This is it. This is my last morning of having lived up here in the Arctic.
What a beautiful film. This is a look at Into the Arctic Awakening. It's a new film making its debut at the Nature Track Film Festival this weekend in Los Olivos. And joining us this morning on Fox 11 is Cory Trepanier, and you've been working on this film for a decade. It's actually the third piece of a trilogy.
That's right.
Beautiful images. And where does this all take place?
Oh, wow. It takes place in the very far north of Canada, the furthest most regions of North America, all across the Canadian Arctic, most of it above the Arctic Circle. And it's a land that is remote and foreign to most people, including most Canadians, but is absolutely spectacular. It's a changing landscape up there, and for the last decade I've had the privilege to go up there on major expeditions where I take my painting gear and filming gear and document this land, painting plein air and filming and putting it all together, and I'm excited to be here to share it, this part of the world and this beautiful other part of the world.
A real-life explorer sitting with us this morning. Tell us what this part of Canada, which as you mentioned most Canadians don't even visit, what's it like up there?
Well, it's about 1.5 million square kilometers of wild sort of archipelago. A lot of it's islands north of there. It's dotted by communities every many miles apart of Inuit who have lived on the land for generations, but whose footprint has been so light that when you're traveling, it really feels like you're in complete wilderness still. Communities that range from maybe 300 people to 2,000 people, but really few and far between. It's I went up there originally chasing the landscape as an artist because it was so unusual and so magnificent looking compared to anything I had experienced in my home in Ontario, Canada, which is still a beautiful place, but different. We're talking glaciers, icebergs, mountains, Mount Thor, the highest uninterrupted rock face on the planet, massive glaciers and waterfalls, and all these different types of opportunities to pursue creatively on my canvas was the whole goal to go up there.
And you brought in one of the paintings that is also making a national tour right now.
Right. So
tell me a little bit about the painting work.
So this is a reproduction of Floating By. The original of this painting and another 60 paintings are currently touring North America, the Into the Arctic exhibition tour. It started in Washington, D.C. at the Canadian Embassy. It's currently in Spokane, and it's might be going to Europe next spring. We'll announce officially about that later. But the core of the exhibition is the paintings, but it's also the films, which really are intertwined so closely. I really want to share on film what I can't share in my art, and that is all these experiences of traveling with the Inuit, being surrounded by Arctic wolves and traveling in a land that makes you feel very small. It's very humbling.
Well, I love this. I don't know if we can zoom in on this, Derry, if you can get a good shot of this, but this is you in this boat down here, and this is where you're painting the glacier iceberg that's behind you.
Right, so this was in my Into the Arctic 2 film. I brought a canoe and a bag with me and assembled it on shore, and I had the opportunity to paddle up to this iceberg, set up my easel, that's my easel on there, and started painting right from the perspective of the canoe. That was just so enthralling to be able to get to know the subject firsthand, and that's really what drives me.
So tell me more about this festival, because it's the film festival that maybe a lot of people have not heard about. It's all nature films, and a great chance to go to Los Olivos, smaller community here in Santa Barbara County in the San Ynez Valley, and check it out. Well,
I'm thrilled to be part of it, and I'm thrilled to be invited down to share. And I want to thank the Canadian Consulate in Los Angeles, who actually have helped me come down to be able to share about Canada's North at this festival. It's going to be a wonderful several days. I think there's over 60 films. It's in support of their fantastic foundation called the Nature Track Foundation. That supports the whole idea of getting kids out into nature. And man, I'd like to support that in any way I can. And so this piece, along with some of the other reproductions, are going to be sold at the event as well to raise funds for the foundation.
I love it.
And I'll be the keynote speaker as well tomorrow night.
Well, if you'd like to see more, maybe watch the film. This is going to be debuting tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, tomorrow at 1 o'clock is Into the Arctic Awakening. But of course, things start tonight.
Yeah, I can't get enough. I would like to see more. And you can see Into the Arctic and 60 other films from 20 different countries at the Nature Track Film Festival, which starts today in Los Olivos. Cory, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.